everyone, I'm Dragons After Dark, and welcome to the Pet Battle Report, your weekly news and information source for all things Pet Battle. Today we're going over a bunch of stuff that's happening, still happening, and might be happening. Before we get into that though, let's go over everything going on this week on Azeroth and beyond for your pets. In the Dragon Isles this week, the world quest Bright Blades Bones is up until the midweek reset. While this world quest is up, you can turn in an eroded fossil and petrified dragon egg to Simra Brightblade in exchange for the Bugbiter Tortoise. I'll put a link to the pets page on Zufu's, which will detail the coordinates for both items and have more information. Heading to Shadowlands, our current assault on the Maw is with the Kyrian, which offers us time to continue a Sly Fox achievement progress for the pet Sly, and a chance at the Sinfall Screecher treasure and the Copperback Etherworm from the Assault cache. On the Friday evening reset, this will switch over to the Necrolord Assault, giving you a chance to craft Lil A-Bomb and a chance to receive fodder from the Assault cache. Moving on to BFA, the islands for the week are Dreadchain, Snow Blossom, and the Verdant Wild, and for the salvage, it's Havenswood, Yorindal, and Molten K. As for Enzoth, he's hanging out in Oldham this week, which means we have a chance for the Pyre of the Amalgamated One bonus objective to spawn, which spawns a rare, who in turn has a chance to drop the Wicked Lurker battle pet, so keep an eye out on the daily reports to see if the Pyre is up. Heading back to Cataclysm, don't forget if you still need to complete your Rock Lover achievement to get the Battle Pet Pebbles, Remty and I hold on to the daily so we can share it with others. Just hop on Discord and ping Remty for EU and me for NA. Keep in mind, you do need to have the Therazane dailies unlocked and you can't be in Deepholm when we share it. Come one, come all, the Dark Moon Fair will be starting this Sunday. There are a whopping 24 pets to collect from this monthly event, including a handful of non-combat ones. Quite a few are cageable, so you can hit up your local auction house to reduce your grind. However, there will be a few you'll need to collect yourself from the usual sources, such as achievements and wild pet battles. So don't forget to stop by the fair to collect some pets and grab the Wii buff before you head out if you're still leveling or working on reps. This week's event is Sign of the Skirmisher, which means honor gains from arena skirmishes are increased by 50%. So if you're an arena PvP person and you're still working on your honor level pets, don't miss out on this bonus event. August's trading post is here, and so is the Spirit of Competition. Previously, the pet was from an event called the Spirit of Competition, which commemorated the 2008 Olympic Games. Throughout the event, this pet was randomly mailed to players who were victorious after any PvP battleground. There was a 1 in 8 chance it would be mailed to a player for each battleground won. However, Blizzard has been bringing back old pet rewards, and for the month of August, you can purchase this fabulous little dragon for 650 Traders Tenders. Starting back on July 25th, 9:30 a.m. PDT until August 24th, 2023 at 9:29 PDT, so that'll be in the morning, Prime Gaming subscribers can claim a Silver Pig pet. This is one of the old Recruit-A-Friend rewards that Blizzard has brought back, and I'll put their link below on how you can link your Battle.net to your Amazon Prime account to claim this pet. And from the shop, we have the Pet Pack for Ukraine. From Blizzard's article, join Mila Kunis in supporting Blue Check in their mission to provide critical humanitarian relief in war-torn Ukraine. Purchase a special limited-time pet pack for Ukraine, and we will donate all proceeds from its sales to this important cause. These special edition pets feature matching colors of the Ukrainian flag. Sunny, the pet you can get in retail, will occasionally chase her tail or take a nap in between adventures. Flurky, the baby murloc that you can only get in Wrath Classic, carries a sunflower, the national flower of Ukraine, and leaves a colorful flower trail wherever he toddles by your side. In addition to the Pet Pack for Ukraine program, players will also have the option to donate to Blue Check Ukraine via Battle.net when making any digital World of Warcraft purchase at checkout. Pet Pack for Ukraine is available from the Battle.net shop until August 29th, 10 a.m. PDT or 5 p.m. GMT. These versions of pets are special edition, available as part of this initiative only. So what I'm taking from that is it sounds like these pets will not be available on the shop once this is over with. That's kind of what it sounds like. I hope that's not what it means. I really don't like the idea of forcing people to, first of all, pay $20 for a pet pack. That includes a pet that a lot of people will never use. Like, I didn't even log into Wrath Classic to claim my Flurky pet from the pack. That just feels a little scuzzy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm all for donating to charity, but not forcing people to donate to charities that they don't necessarily agree with. And this one is a little divisive in certain regards. There are people who don't want to donate to this cause, and that's their business. Maybe they prefer to donate to local charities. Like, we did a donation to a local rescue around here where we sponsored a pet for adoption, that type of thing. Some people prefer to do their charity local, and that's their business, and it doesn't feel very good that they're forcing people to pay $20 to this charity when I think they should have made the pets separate for purchase. With that additional, you can add on more money for the donation if you want, and then having the pets available on the shop as well after this initiative. That way people who don't necessarily support international charities can purchase it as well. I think there were a lot of ways that they could have gone about this that would have made the whole situation better, but that's just my opinion on it. Editing Dragons here, and I know I say force a lot in this section, and of course Blizzard can't force us to purchase anything. I just mean that people are collectors and they know that people are going to want to collect things. It's a really big part of the game, and it just feels a little underhanded the way they went about stuff. Of course, if someone doesn't agree with it, there's no way they can be forced to purchase anything off of the shop. I'm just saying I feel like this could have been gone about in a better and different way. Now for some less happy news, the Xalith on the Go Derby Daily made it to live still bugged, so you'll need to be careful where if you use his blink ability. Some people have said it's because of anti-cheat software, but I know I can still use it at certain points just fine. For me, it usually disconnects me if I use it too close to the rings or if a world quest is trying to populate on my screen. So until this is fixed, be mindful of using the blink ability. Also, players have reported the Pet Battle Duel option has disappeared for same faction players, but will still show up for the opposite faction. However, this is just a UI issue, and you can still Pet Battle Duel same faction players with the script that I will put in the description below. And that's it for our weekly news. I'll have links for all the events posted in the description. Now, since we just got done talking about the pet pack, it's the perfect time to bring up a very good question. Why are we adding pets to Wrath Classic or any classic version of the game? They're purely cosmetic, and we can't collect these pets on retail, where they're arguably far more useful. There have been 4 pets added to Wrath Classic that we can't get on retail. Flurky, Glub, we'll talk about their counterpart Blub in a little bit, Hoplet, and Pebble. Now, Pebble wasn't a big deal. We already have an exact copy of that pet on retail, but the Hoplet and Glub are completely new models, while Flurky is a reskin Murloc, but they're holding a sunflower, and they have the flower trail following them, so it's unique in that regard. What makes this even more mind-boggling is the fact that retail is generally getting mounts but no pet, while Classic is getting pets but no mounts. The pets are far more useful for retail players since they're part of a battle system, while the mounts are far more appropriate for the Classic players since the pets are only cosmetic. Or, even better idea, just give both to both versions of the game. Easy as. I'm not sure who thought this was a good move or incentive. The only thing I can think of is it looks good for login metrics because collectors are logging into Wrath Classic to collect the pets, which is just a horrible way to go about things. But even if that was the case, I'm not sure why they still can't just give both items to both versions. What are your thoughts on Classic only pets, and why do you think they're doing it this way? Now, before we go over the mysterious Blub, let's take a look at our pet of the week selected by the random pet feature on Warcraft Pets, the Pygmy Cow. The flavor text for this pet reads, originally bred to make milk more palatable for gnomes. I don't know why. the cow being smaller makes the milk more palatable, but I don't know enough about, what do they call it when it's not agriculture because that's for growing plants. Whatever the culture thing for growing animals, I guess. Editing dragons here again, and apparently it's called animal husbandry, and it's a branch of agriculture. So I was right and wrong, but mostly wrong. I don't know what that means, but maybe it's a joke I just don't get. The pygmy cow can only be looted from a level 3 barn in the Warlords of Draenor garrison. A brown wooden mug will spawn on either the first or second floor of the barn. It does not have the standard container glow, but hovering over it with the mouse cursor will highlight it. If you don't have flying and WAD unlocked, you'll need to get creative to reach the second floor. You can use goblin gliders or the XD-57 Bullseye Guided Rocket Kit from the Level 2 Gnomish Gearworks or Goblin Workshop. Those are two possible ways, but there are likely many other methods you could choose from. I'm sure there's toys that could help you do it and things like that. Players can only loot the pet from the wooden mug once per character. The pygmy cow isn't a high utility pet, but it does have a unique model. It also has unique moves, but they are reskinned versions of other moves, like Utter Destruction is just a headbutt variation. That said, you can't deny they hit the nail on the head with the move names and model. That's about where it ends though. Generally, you won't want Chew in the same slot as Stampede as they pair really well together. It doesn't have enough power at 289 to make Mother's Milk a heal worth using unless something like Moonlight or Sunny Day is up, and it's too slow at 227 to make good use of Where's the Beef. What you'll likely end up doing is slotting Stampede Feed and Utter Destruction, which could do some nice damage against critter pets. But that's it for the pygmy cow. Now let's talk about Blub. This little gal caused a bit of confusion because her name is so close to her classic counterparts. The retail pet is Blub, and the classic version is Glub. That being said, we have no idea how to get this little lady. She's in our journal, has flavor text, a full set of abilities, is listed as unique and not tradable, but she lacks a source. Her flavor text reads, Blub's heart has always been bigger than her tank, but once the rest of her got too big, she had to find a new home. Fortunately, she can now travel with you and see all the marvels of the world. Her item that you'll use to learn her is interestingly listed as refundable, meaning she can be returned to a vendor within 2 hours of purchase. So maybe this is a secret pet that we need to find a trigger to activate an NPC as a vendor, or, like the Valdrakken arrows, it was just implemented before it was time. But what do you think? Secret, or was it too soon, Executus? Anyway, that's it for the week. I'll have all the pertinent links available on my tweet for the podcast as well as in the description once it's uploaded to Spotify and YouTube. Until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and happy battling!